Angel Reese has taken another swipe at her WNBA rival Caitlin Clark after signing with Reebok. Angel Reese appeared to take a shot at Caitlin Clark after announcing a multi-million-pound endorsement deal. The Chicago Sky star confirmed she has signed a deal to represent sportswear giant Reebok, and she couldn't resist aiming a barb at her WNBA rival when making the news public. The pair have been competitors since their college days in the NCAA, with Reese experiencing glory with LSU Tigers and Clark taking a leading role for the Iowa Hawkeyes. And their frosty rivalry was evident when Reese referenced Clark's sponsorship deal after making the Reebok news public on Thursday. Reese, who was the NO.7 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft, will launch her first signature shoe with the brand in 2026. Speaking on her Unapologetically Angel podcast, she welcomed NBA icon Shaquille O'Neal, a strategic partner at Reebok, a guest on the show. There, she spoke of her delight at having creative freedom as she discussed her reasons for snubbing interest from other sports companies, singling out Nike. "It has been the best decision for me, being able to have my own control over everything," Reese said on the podcast. "Of course, I could have easily gone to Nike, and easily. I even look at other athletes on the women's side, and they sign with brands, and they still don't respect them." Reese's comments appeared to be a subtle dig towards Clark, who agreed a mega 8-year deal worth £21.6 million with Nike earlier this year. The American company have made a habit of snapping up the NBA's most popular players, from LeBron James to Steph Curry, to huge sponsorship deals. And it seems Clark is destined to join them as the 22-year-old takes the WNBA to new heights, while Reese looks happy enough to go against the grain in order to get the terms she wants. The rookie has made a point of complaining at not being able to afford her rent in Chicago, which reportedly costs her an eye-watering $8K every month. Reese earns $73,439 annually from her 4-year contracts with the Sky, but she claimed in a recent social media post that the amount isn't enough to cover her living costs. "Hating pays my bills, baby. I just hope you know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills," Reese said on Instagram in October. "Literally, I'm trying to think of my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick. I don't even know my salary." Reese, also 22, has partnerships with confectionery brand Reese's Pieces, Tops, Beats by Dre, and Goldman Sachs from her college days with LSU, where she was estimated to have been a millionaire before ascending to the WNBA. Angel Reese appeared to take a shot at Caitlin Clark's Nike shoe deal after announcing her own agreement with Reebok on Thursday. The Chicago Sky rookie's first signature shoe set to be launched in 2026, and she joked on social media that the deal means she can now afford to pay her $8,000 a month rent in Chicago. But Reese seemingly couldn't help but make a thinly veiled dig at Caitlin Clark upon her Unapologetically Angel podcast, where she welcomed NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, a strategic partner at Reebok, as a guest this week. Discussing the deal, Reese made a point of saying she chose not to sign with Nike, who Clark has a $28 million deal with. "It has been the best decision for me, being able to have my own control over everything," Reese said. "Of course, I could have easily gone to Nike, and easily. I even look at other athletes on the women's side, and they sign with brands, and they still don't respect them." Speaking earlier in October, Reese said that her $73,439 annual salary at Chicago Sky wasn't enough to pay her rent and bills. But she wrote on X on Thursday, "God is so good. Looks like I can afford my bills now." The 22-year-old also has partnerships including the candy brand Reese's Pieces, Tops, Beats by Dre, and Goldman Sachs. "Hating pays my bills, baby. I just hope you know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills," Reese said on Instagram earlier in October before her Reebok deal. "Literally, I'm trying to think of my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick. I don't even know my salary." Reese's rookie WNBA season ended early due to a wrist issue that needed surgery. Up to then, she and Clark had helped drive interest in the league to another level in their first seasons. Their rivalry through college had captivated fans, and it continued into the WNBA with multiple tense showdowns between Reese's Sky team and Clark's Indiana Fever. Sky failed to make the playoffs, however, while Clark's Fever team eventually lost to Connecticut Sun. Reese has signed up to play in the 3x3 Unrivaled tournament starting in January next year. Her wrist issue should no longer be a problem by then. Earlier this week, it was reported that Unrivaled are lining up a massive offer for Clark to convince her to join in the league early next year. Angel Reese has made it clear that she can pay her monthly bills just fine, especially since she's now extended her contract with Reebok. The Chicago Sky star will continue her relationship with the sports apparel brand while also releasing a signature sneaker, according to ESPN Shams Charania, as of Thursday, October 24. Reese initially signed with Reebok last year while attending LSU. Following the news, Reese took to X to joke that she can now afford her bills. The quip comes after she revealed that her WNBA salary doesn't cover her $8,000 rent and barely covers her car note. Reese reportedly made $73,439 in her rookie season as the No. 7 overall pick of the 2024 WNBA draft. Besides her base pay, the 22-year-old has also signed a slew of endorsements, including Raising Cane's, Tops, Airbnb Tampax, and Beats by Dre. She also recently dropped her Unapologetically Angel podcast, where she's already seen much traction for her past guests, including Kayla Nicole, Shaquille O'Neal, Glorilla, and more. Additionally, with Reese's sneaker gearing up to release under Reebok, that's sure to bring in much revenue for the company as well. I'm extremely excited to let you guys know that we are officially coming out with a Reebok by Angel signature shoe, she said in a statement per Bleacher Report. We've already kicked off the design process, and it means the world to me to have Reebok's full support and confidence with this shoe and overall partnership. On Thursday, ESPN's Shams Charania reported that Reese has agreed to a multi-year contract extension on her endorsement deal with Reebok, including a signature shoe that will be released in 2026. Reebok and Angel are growing together every day, and our visions for the future are aligned, Jaido Sefeso, Reebok's head of basketball, told ESPN. We're excited to continue the relationship with the ground-up build of her signature silhouette. Reese becomes the 6th active WNBA player with a signature shoe deal, a group that includes Breanna Stewart, Puma, Sydney Colson, Creative Control, and Nike athletes Aja Wilson, Caitlin Clark, and Sabrina Ionescu. Reese was the 7th overall pick in the 2024 draft out of LSU and finished second to Clark this season in Rookie of the Year voting after averaging 3.1 rebounds and 3.6 points per game. She set a WNBA record with 15 consecutive double-doubles and had 26 total. Last week, Reese made headlines for saying that she didn't think her WNBA salary pays one of my bills. This deal will surely only help on top of her podcast and other endorsements with Good American, Beats by Dre, and Reese's Pieces. After setting numerous rookie and league records in what amounted to a 10-pool season for the WNBA, the Chicago Sky's Angel Reese took to social media Thursday to announce a forthcoming signature shoe partnership with Reebok. In a post to X, formerly known as Twitter, Reese released 2 photos where she can be seen sitting atop a filing cabinet with office supplies scattered about. Signature shoe coming 2026 can be seen in pink-colored font, along with strategic placements of the Reebok logo and Reese's name. In the photos, Reese's shoes are pixelated to tease the silhouette of her first signature shoe, which she said will be released in spring 2026. Reebok and the color pink are no strangers to the wardrobe and stylings of Reese. The rising WNBA star has gone by the moniker Chi-Town Barbie, Bayou Barbie, and Baltimore Barbie at various stops along her basketball career, which spans from her high school days growing up just outside of Baltimore to winning an NCAA national championship at LSU and being drafted with a No. 7 pick in the 2024 WNBA draft to the Sky. According to Reese, the nickname and accompanying variations are a reflection for her love of the color pink and rocking vibrant nails to go with extravagant hair and eyelash combinations.